Your hosts, Joe, Aaron, and Anthony. Before we start off, we would just like to say, from all of us at WNYF TV, we would just like to send our condolences to the families of the victims of the mass shooting in Las Vegas that occurred last night. It was a very, very tragic event, and we are very sad, and it's just a terrible event. Our top story today, Dwayne Wade signs with the Cleveland Cavaliers after being bought out by the Chicago Bulls. The deal is 1 year, $2.3 million. Anthony, do you think this is enough to beat Golden State?
No.
No, neither do
I don't think it's enough to beat Golden State. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but Dwayne Wade's a solid player. He's 35 years old, but again, like he's 35 years old. He's not Miami Heat with LeBron Wade. He's not in his prime Wade. I'm not saying he's washed up. He's a good player still, despite his age, but he's not what he used to be. I mean, plus, it was just LeBron in his prime. D-Wade is still somewhat towards the end of his prime when they were back in Miami together, but right now it's just, like I said, age.
Yeah, he's just a shell of himself, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, plus you got to worry about injuries because he got injured last season, and then, other players on that team too. I mean, the Cavs I say they have a stacked five. Isaiah Thomas, he's injured though. He'll come back in December, so you have Derrick Rose, but
Hopefully he doesn't get injured.
I like Derrick Rose, but I hope he doesn't get injured, but I feel like he can't play 82 games in a season. No. It's not him. And when Isaiah Thomas comes back, Derrick Rose is going to be the backup point guard. And you always got to worry about Dwayne Wade's injuries and all that. And plus,
supposedly Kevin Love is supposed to start at center.
Center?
Yeah. I saw that.
Are you serious?
It's supposed to be Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, LeBron.
So what's Tristan at? Off the bench?
Off the bench.
Who's power forward?
It's supposed to be LeBron or Jay Crowder, then LeBron or Jay Crowder.
Oh, so LeBron would be the 4 and then Jay Crowder's at the 3?
Or vice versa.
Wow, I didn't hear about that.
I know.
That's actually pretty shocking, actually. I mean, that's still good starting 5, really good, because you have defense in Jay Crowder, and you got defense obviously in.
I like Jay Crowder.
Yeah, I like him too. And then you got defense obviously with LeBron. You're gonna get everything with LeBron, but Derrick Rose, he doesn't play defense. You're gonna get some pretty decent offense out of him, but you're not gonna get
Same
defense.
thing with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, he wasn't known for his defense. But
yeah, you're right.
I mean, he can when needed, but.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Aaron, thoughts?
Well, the only thing I have is that best friends are back on the same team again.
Yeah.
Like
that's
after
true. That's gonna be good chemistry for that team, regardless of the age. They're still gonna have good chemistry together.
Yeah. It's going to build it more.
It's going to build it more. I think the Cavs are better off than what they were in the past because you had Kyrie, K-Love, and LeBron basically. Now you have more defense in Jay Crowder, and you got another center that came from Boston in that trade, and then you got Isaiah Thomas, who he's too small, he can't play defense, but offense. They're more explosive on offense, basically.
They have a lot more weapons.
Yeah, they got more weapons, and they got some more defensive parts that'll help them compete with Golden State. But even if they're gonna make the finals, most likely it's gonna be another Warriors and Cavs finals, which I'm not looking forward to because I would love to see something new for once.
Yeah, you never know with the stacked West coming up this year.
The stacked West is going to be a war zone, but the Warriors are obviously going to make it.
That's how I feel,
and if the Warriors and Cavs play again, which is most likely, I'd say the Warriors would win maybe in 6 or 7. It's going to be
probably 5 for me. That's what I'm going to think.
I don't know about 5. I see because the Cavs bolster their roster, so it's going to be a close thing.
Yeah, I know what Isaiah Thomas is going to bring. He's not going to be the same person, I don't think.
No, I think he'll be pretty good because he's got LeBron with him now. He could still, and they're going to be focusing on LeBron, and be focusing on Wade, and they're going to focus on Isaiah too. So everyone's going to get touches. Everyone's going to get chances to score. Everyone's going to be able to do their own thing out there because there's a lot of offensive weapons. Maybe not in like D-Wade, he's an offensive weapon, but not like his old self. He's still a weapon.
I think Isaiah Thomas is going to feel weird being more of a sidekick role now instead of being the main
I feel like
man.
he doesn't mind because he did say that he's happy to be with LeBron. Yeah. He's basically said he's playing with the best player in the league, and so he's gonna be like, I'm gonna get out there and do my own thing because what else am I gonna do when I have the best player on the court in the world with me? And then you got
in other news, Russell Westbrook signs a 5-year extension worth $205 million.
Wow.
That is now the richest contract in NBA history.
How much he's making a game?
$500K.
500K.
Over $500K.
You serious? A game?
a game.
That's ridiculous. NBA contracts are ridiculous.
All contracts are ridiculous in
Like-
professional sports. I
No,
mean,
like in the NBA though, like the top most, like it was Blake Griffin, Steph Curry, and I think it was James Harden. All those players combined
They're
equal
making
like
so much money.
24 quarterback salaries in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
I mean, obviously he's earned it though.
Yeah, he's
Like,
earned it. He has.
Yeah.
He has definitely.
uh,
But
that's a lot of
that's-
money to be playing a
yeah.
basketball
Yeah.
game, in my opinion.
But there's less people on the team than is compared to football though.
Yeah, that's true.
And then though you gotta admit Russell Westbrook with the ultimate petty move, but also a funny move, signing on KD's birthday.
That
Yeah.
is pretty funny.
Yeah,
How do you think this affects Paul George in the future?
I feel like it. I mean, it depends. It's a salary thing. Like for him and Carmelo, because Carmelo could leave too after a year or two. And then it depends, because if that cap is not enough to get both those two other All Stars with them, that's gonna be an issue. But like if they, I feel like the most thing that'll affect their signing, and if the Paul George and if Carmelo are willing to take pay cuts, is if they go far in the playoffs. And if they show potential as a big three together.
That's my prediction. I believe that unless Oklahoma City makes it to the Western Conference Finals, Paul George is out. He's going to LA.
I don't think Paul George would be out. I think he would have some thinking to do, but I feel like Carmelo might be out of everyone. He could possibly, because he just wants that win now attitude. He's 34. He's not getting any younger, and he hasn't been able to win a ring anywhere he's gone, and he wants to find a ring. He wants to. Like, he wanted to go to Houston at first, and like he could have possibly won a ring in Houston if he got there, but he's in OKC. That's a good chance too.
As a Lakers fan, I was a little upset with the contract extension because I was a little scared that Paul George is coming to LA. But I mean, I'm still not worried. I still believe that he's going to end up in LA after this season.
I mean, it depends, because LA kind of wants LeBron too, but it also depends because like they got Brandon Ingram. Like, what are you gonna do with Brandon Ingram if you bring in Paul George? Because you're gonna stunt his development and his growth as a player.
That's
so
true.
are you gonna trade him? Are you gonna, let him go off his rookie contract, come off the bench for a couple seasons?
At the end of the day, though, it's LA. Magic Johnson doesn't care. They
true.
want to win
They want to win
as fast as they can.
Yeah, that's true.
So, here's some funny news. LeVar Ball today is expected to pull LaMelo Ball out of Chino Hills High School to homeschool him and train him for these next 2 years. Aaron,
Very
what do you
dumb
think?
decision. I think it's a very dumb decision, just because of the fact that we know that he is talented, and like he's a very good player, and like he could show his skills in a collegiate atmosphere, but now he can't because of the fact that
With that shoe
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah,
with the baller
definitely.
brand.
Definitely. He already can't perform and play in college because of that shoe deal he got. When he got his own shoe, you're gonna get money for that. And since Big Baller Brand is like the whole Ball family's own personal thing, they're all contributing, getting money from that as a whole. And LaMelo has his own, obviously, like I said, his own shoe. So like college players can't do that. They can't get paid. Like for example, Johnny Manziel got in trouble for charging people to sign autographs. You can't do that, so like he's not allowed to play in college. So like the only thing he really can do is play overseas, really, or keep training and maybe get drafted when he's like at 19.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you think college athletes should get paid?
No.
no.
No,
No.
me neither.
There's a pro for a reason. There's a pro league for a reason.
I hate college athletes that say that they should get paid. Technically, you are getting paid. You're getting paid to go to school.
But technically,
They're paying for your school.
That's true, but not a lot of college players care about their education. Like for example, Ben Simmons.
Exactly.
Ben Simmons is one of the most. He's very unintelligent. He's proven it. He's shown it. He's not smart. He's not a smart guy.
Also, like if you're expected to get paid, that means like you're gonna pay the bills and all that like that early.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know how to do that at like 19, 20 years old. Like it's gonna take a while to learn all that.
Like we
kind of
said,
stuff.
there is a pro league for a reason.
Exactly.
Like, why would you have a college? You get paid to be a college player when there's a pro. There would be no point in having
I
the
know.
pros.
It's so stupid.
So like you're in college to work your way up to get to the pros and get that money. There's no other reason.
But with LaMelo Ball, I think what's going to happen with him, he's going to go overseas, play in Europe or something like that.
Maybe for a year.
Yeah.
Or two. It depends on the contract that he'll sign with an overseas team if he does decide to play overseas. We don't know. He's 16. That's surprising because I didn't know he was 16. He was that young. He's younger than us, obviously, by like 2 years, almost 3, and he's about to make good money once he does in a couple years playing for a pro team.
I don't know. It's a lot of stuff happening in the basketball world today.
Not a lot, but, you know, we have the season. The preseason already started. Lonzo got his first assist, first 3 points of the season.
It was a good debut for Lonzo
Ball. It was a good debut for him. Yeah, it was a good game. But that's preseason, obviously. But
I believe he had 5 points, around 8 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, that's
7 rebounds, 8 assists. That's good, but the points he needs to get up. Even though it's just preseason, he still has to get it up. He has to show that he can score. And we all know he
doesn't need to be that scorer.
But he's the face of the franchise, so he does.
So, okay, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NFL. Week 4, a lot of crazy stuff happened. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss Aaron and Anthony get into heated arguments. So stay tuned.
Yep.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there. Junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
I realized that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. It's got nothing to do with fairness. Bam. Your whole world changes in an instant. And you never see it coming. That's what happened to me. The day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Welcome back to the Sports Hour. All right, we got week 4 of the NFL. It was a pretty good week again. Starting off with the Thursday night game, we got the Packers beating the Bears 35-14. Aaron?
Oldest rivalry in the NFL. Very boring game, though. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers showed up. Jordy Nelson, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. But the one interesting thing that the Bears got out of this for next week would be Mitchell Trubisky is starting for week 5, so that should be exciting. And I think it's a primetime game, too, they're playing next week. So I think it's the Monday night game. I don't even know. But
the Trubisky era is now going to start in Chicago, so that's going to be exciting for Chicago. You know, they've been looking sluggish and they haven't looked good all season.
Yeah.
But
They need a fresh start.
But now fresh start with the new rookie quarterback
excited to
coming
see
in.
him.
He's going to try to become the new face of the franchise. I think he'll be good because he looked good in preseason. He's had a good college career, but I feel like he's gonna maybe struggle.
He needs, it's gonna take some time.
He's not gonna be like Watson, who's just like a star right off the bat.
You don't know.
I mean, we don't know, but like that's just my opinion, my prediction of what Trubisky's gonna be like. And then another scary thing for that game, though, definitely scary, was Devontae Adams with that possible injury. He looked like he could have had a neck injury and a major concussion. And
that was very scary.
Yeah, I think fortunately though he's fine. He checked out the hospital the day after. And another thing that was unfortunate, Danny Trevathan is suspended 2 games. He even publicly said he feels bad for the hit. He wished he never did it, but he wasn't trying to hurt him. But he's just trying to make a play. At the end of the day, it was a really dangerous hit.
Yeah.
And no matter what, I mean, football is a dangerous game, but you gotta try to be careful. I mean, but it's like how they're playing. They're passionate. They're out there. They're fiery. Adrenaline's pumping. They don't mean to do it. I mean, at least he came out and said he publicly regretted it, and he hoped that he was safe. So that was good.
I didn't personally watch the hit, but I heard it was.
I saw it.
I saw it.
It was pretty bad.
Helmet to helmet.
Helmet to
like
helmet.
Into the chin.
Into the chin. Helmet to helmet. Terrible. And your Bills?
We got the Bills.
3-1.
Thank you for beating the Falcons.
Beating the Falcons, 23-17.
Very impressive game.
As a Panthers fan, thank you.
What a great win. Tyrod looked pretty good.
Yeah, and Shady, 76 yards.
Charles Clay, 112 yards. It was just a great game defensively.
The Bills, though, every week have looked pretty good defensively.
I know.
The Bills' defense is looking like a top 5, top 10. What would you say, top 5 or top 10?
5, inside 5.
I'd say top 5.
Probably 5.
I think, though, if this defense keeps playing extremely well, and if they're disciplined, but obviously Sean McDermott's going to make sure that it stays that way because he's a really good defensive-minded coach. As a Carolina Panthers fan, he was on our staff. I know he's a great defensive-minded coach, so he's going to keep doing what he does, and that defense is going to keep doing what they're doing. They could be a wild card team.
I love Sean McDermott. I think he's the answer for the future. And
I was sad to see him leave Carolina because he's been such a great defensive coordinator, but he deserved the head coach spot, and he's doing great with the Bills. And I figure yes, he's going to be a good coach because he's disciplined. He doesn't put up with no issues. He makes sure he punishes the players that mess up, and he's good at developing defensive talent.
Great coach.
Yeah. We all know that if the Bills go to the wild card game, this place would go crazy.
I go back home to Buffalo. Buffalo's going to be acting like they won the Super Bowl. Finally, no playoffs after 18 years.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
What do you mean I wouldn't understand?
You wouldn't understand how much it would mean to a Bills fan.
I live in Buffalo. I know how everyone suffers. 18 years of my life, I've been alive on this earth, and everyone is miserable they haven't went to the playoffs once.
I can't believe you're not a Bills fan. You're from Buffalo and you're not a Bills fan. That's just that's disgrace.
Disgrace.
It's just disgrace.
At least I'm not a Jets fan or a Patriots fan. You
you're
can't.
A Panthers fan.
What's wrong with the Panthers?
What is that?
What is that? The team that beat you guys.
Yeah, barely.
But still, win's a win, buddy.
We'll
Exactly.
see you in the Super Bowl.
You're not gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Neither are you.
But another thing, I would make the playoffs though. Definitely make that. But another thing though, that Bills defense looking great and everything. They finally lead their division. But another thing that helped them win was Mohamed Sanu and Julio Jones both got injured.
Yeah, that was very scary.
I mean,
it's a big toll for Atlanta, for
yeah,
sure.
It changes the course of like their future playoff run and
depends on how long you're out.
Yeah, it does. But like as a player, as a person, I don't want to see anyone injured, and I hope a speedy recovery. But that's gonna help the Panthers. So it's a bittersweet thing. Hopefully they heal soon, though. As a person, I hope the best.
We have the Saints beating the Dolphins 20-0.
Boring.
It was very boring game.
Jay Cutler.
Drew Brees just did his thing. 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. Michael Thomas, 89 yards and a TD. I mean, it's pretty good.
Do you guys think Jay Cutler should have stayed in retirement?
No. I don't think he should have stayed in retirement. I mean, we already knew Miami. I mean, I thought Miami could be better, and I feel like Jay Cutler is still trying to come back in and swing at things. He did win his first game with Miami, though, so it's only 3 weeks. Because they only played 3 games, so like, just give it time.
I thought the Dolphins were going to be really good until Ryan Tannehill got injured. He's in our division, but I
like him?
I kind of like Ryan Tannehill.
He's just injury prone. He's too injury prone. It's like a Bradford, like a Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford was thought to be elite, or not elite, but like a future like great quarterback. But his injuries just stunted his development and growth. I mean, he's good now, but again, he's injury prone. He can never play full season.
Yeah. Jay Ajayi also was held to under 50 yards for the 2nd straight week.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's going on. What's with these, like, was he in his sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
What's with these really great running backs in their sophomore year struggling? Todd Gurley struggling, now you got Ajayi struggling. Like, come on.
Sophomore slump. They don't call it the sophomore slump for nothing.
Oh, my God. And then you got the Steelers and the Ravens next game. Steelers, you know.
This isn't a running back that doesn't struggle.
Bell, he's struggled so far, but this game against the Ravens, he did really
Finally
good.
showed up.
He finally showed up. Yeah, definitely.
44 yards,
and I'm
2 touchdowns.
just disappointing the Ravens. Like, first 2 games of the season, they were doing great. They looked like they were past.
Yeah, we were saying that they could.
Yeah, they looked like they could be a playoff team again.
Yeah.
It looked like they were coming to form again, and they were gonna like come back and maybe have a run at their division, possibly. I mean, it was early in the season, but last week they got destroyed by the Jaguars. This week they not destroyed, but they lost pretty bad to the Steelers, who were struggling. I'd say struggling to find themselves this season already. But I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. I don't think they can turn it around, honestly.
They keep playing like this, they can't.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Bengals and Browns?
Bengals beating the Browns 31-7. Andy Dalton just ran over the Browns.
I'm surprised. I feel like this was a statement by Andy, because Andy I feel like he was on the hot seat. His coach is on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat.
I can't believe Marvin Lewis is still there.
I can't believe that either. But like, Andy Dalton was on the hot seat. Obviously, he's been playing terrible the last couple weeks before Week 4, and he just finally showed up. I mean, granted, it was against the Browns, but you can't discredit the Browns because, one, they're a pro team. Everyone in the NFL is a pro team. They're all pro players. Second of all, the Browns have looked pretty decent up until this past week. I mean, they're putting up points. They're putting up points. They're playing pretty decent defense, and they're missing Myles Garrett. So they've been doing good without him. But this week against the Bengals, I just didn't know what was going on.
Probably putting up more points than we would ever imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone expected the Browns to be completely awful, but I figured they'd be pretty decent. Like, we thought they could win 6, 7 games. Right now, I'd say maybe 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you never know. 286, 4 TDs.
Andy Dalton, he made a statement. He wants his job.
Yeah,
he wants to keep that starting job. He wants his money.
This was a pretty exciting game. I would say the most exciting game besides the Bills-Falcons. We got the Rams beating the Cowboys 35-30. Todd Gurley is just
tearing it up. Looking like his rookie self, his rookie campaign self. He's tearing it up.
121 rush yards,
and
94
receiving touchdown.
94 receiving yards and receiving touchdowns.
I really think the Cowboys were a one and done, to be honest. That's what I thought.
I mean, they put up 30 points. Against any other team, they could have a good chance at winning. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what's going on with the Cowboys.
I don't think Dak is the same person. And then, like,
I mean, Dak had 3 TDs, so, I mean, that's good. That's really great for a quarterback. 3 touchdowns.
It's got to be their defense then.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, the defense was kind of
like... But it's weird because no one expected the Rams to be an offensively great team. And they're putting up dang near 30 points or more a week last couple weeks.
I'm very surprised
It's because, I don't know, they got, what's the two Bills receivers, Sammy Watkins and
Robert Woods.
Robert
Woods. They're
Woods.
just, and then Todd Gurley's going off. So, and Jared Goff's
Jared Goff's looking
is
good.
solid. He is solid, and
Cool.
that's the surprise team of this. I'd say one of the most surprising teams of this season so far is the Rams. I think they're gonna make a good run at their playoffs, and I think they can compete against Seattle because Seattle is struggling until against the Colts, but it's the Colts. But Seattle has a knack for losing to the Rams the last couple of years. So I think the Rams are gonna end up taking their spot in the division title this year.
That'd be great to see them go like
Finally
far.
good. And with a young rookie head coach. So that's
Here's a question for you guys. For both quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, at the end of their careers, who do you think is going to end up being better?
It depends on what's built around them. Like currently, right now, the Rams have better built around Jared Goff.
Yeah, I would say like.
But Carson
in general,
is playing
like,
great with
Carson,
less talent.
Like from like overall, it's been Carson.
Yeah, it has.
This year it's been Jared.
This year, it's both.
Yeah,
Carson's playing great this year, and they lead their division right now. But it's just like what's going to be built around them currently and in the future. Because right now, the Rams have more talent defensively and offensively built around Jared Goff and that entire team itself. But then again, like you said, the Eagles are looking really good, and they have less talent. And Carson Wentz is still playing amazing. So I don't know. I feel like Carson Wentz might have the edge. That's what I'd say.
I feel like these were like one of the best number 1 and number 2 picks in the last like 10 or so years.
Over Winston and Mariota?
Winston Mariota.
They're up there.
I think Winston and Mariota are better.
For sure.
But that's just my opinion, at least. Then you got the Texans.
Deshaun Watson leads the Texans to 57 points.
Marcus Mariota gets injured too.
Ooh.
But the it's sad, but whatever happens. It's sports. It's gonna happen.
Deshaun Watson had 5 total touchdowns.
A rushing one, right? And 4 TDs thrown, 283 yards. He is looking like a star already. No future star. He is a franchise quarterback, and he's been showing it.
It's a bold statement. That's a bold statement.
He's looking great.
It's week 4.
He's still looking great. He almost beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
He won on his birthday. And he 57 points. That's the most in Texans franchise history in a game. He's looking really good. I think he has a solid career for his entire build-up of this playing in the NFL.
Yeah. Like you guys said, though, Mariota being hurt,
that's bad. But again, you can't blame Mariota in the offense for the defense not stepping up against Deshaun Watson and the Texans.
Yeah, that's gonna.
So they're gonna have to address some stuff on defense, obviously, and Mariota can only hope that he gets healthy and that he comes back into form because he's been struggling the last 2 weeks too with picks and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
Lions and Vikings.
This was our toss-up game.
Yeah, this was our toss-up game.
This was a boring game, to be honest.
Lions beat the Vikings 14-7. Amir Abdullah looked pretty good, 94 yards and a touchdown.
Vikings, again, without Sam Bradford, they lose. But the biggest story here is Dalvin Cook is out for the season.
Torn ACL.
I really hate when great, amazing rookies come in, they're high picks, and then they get injured early in the season.
And yeah, all these ACL injuries are always non-contact too. They just happen.
I know.
Like
it's horrible. It really frustrates me because I want to see these young guys get out there and be so successful and show off their talent and possibly drive their teams to playoff contention, or just showing that their city, to their team, their city, the fans that their struggle is over. They can help build up. But injuries, it's unpredictable. But it really does suck though. Because I think Dalvin Cook has been one of the better rookie rushers this season.
After this torn ACL, you don't know. You don't know how he's going to bounce back.
Yeah, you don't know how anyone's going to bounce back after an injury. There's some players that can just go back straight to form or even better, and then there's some players who struggle from after injury.
It's really going to.
No matter of the position either.
Yeah, for sure. We got your favorite team beating my least favorite team.
So all the Bills fans out there, you're welcome for beating the Pats. You guys now lead your division, and thank you for beating the Falcons. And Panthers win. We're 3-1. We're tied for first in the division. I'm so hyped. We're gonna make playoffs.
It was like a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Oh yeah. after we beat you, of course.
You beat the Patriots, we'll beat the Falcons for you.
I think a big story about this is that this was a home game for the Patriots.
Oh yeah, and Cam Newton, his arm, his surgery has been a question, and he did not look like he had any pain or any struggles with his arm that last game, and he had a rushing touchdown, 50 rushing touchdowns, the most by
rushing
any
touchdowns by a
quarterback in the Super Bowl era.
Yeah.
And I'm just super happy to see them finally get that offense showing that at least it's one game, but
Back to
they
how
look
they used
great.
to
They
be.
look like their old offense, like back in 2015 when they made the Super Bowl.
They were very fun to watch.
Definitely, and that defense did pretty good against Tom Brady and everything.
I had Cam Newton on my fantasy team that year, and he was just...
Yeah, he lit up the league, but right now I hope he can continue to lit up the league and possibly get us to the playoffs again. Calvin Benjamin with 104 yards on 4 receptions. Dalvin Funches, 2 touchdowns, his first ever game with multiple scores. I'm proud of him. I'm glad we got him. I'm glad he's been starting to get his chance. Greg Olsen got injured, which is extremely unfortunate, but that allowed Devin Funches to get out there and show his talent, develop better.
People were very skeptical about Benjamin because they said that he gained some weight.
The ACL, and he looks pretty big. He looks chunky.
Huge.
He looks chunky.
He's 6'5", and he's just huge.
He's almost 250 pounds, I think. So, yeah, and then Dalvin Funches is 6'4", 200-something pounds, too. Twin Towers in Carolina.
Big receivers to go with Cam Newton.
Definitely. That's what we
Cam
wanted.
Newton's pretty big,
and
too.
then we have 2. The thing I'm disappointed is I want to see Christian McCaffrey involved more. I mean, I'm glad we won, but he's not getting running touches. He's got 16 yards on the ground for, I think 4 attempts or something like that. But he's got, what, 4? I think it was
he serves as
he's more of that
receiver, but
he's more of that security blanket.
Yeah, he's also, I see him more blocking also on third down.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just super happy. I can't believe they won. I'm, like I said, happy, and I'm glad that they won because you guys said the Patriots were gonna win. So you know,
I did say that.
I have that great predictability.
Didn't you say that the Falcons were going to beat the Bills?
I said I'm pretty sure the defense could hold them, but I figured they would.
Say that.
I thought they were gonna win, but I thought it would be like a close game.
You respected our team.
Yeah, I respect the Bills' defense,
but we
definitely.
didn't respect your team.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. And another sad thing before we go up to the next game is Kurt Coleman's injured. That's going to be a pretty difficult for the Panthers secondary. But their young guys are going to step up. I know my team. Next game, Jets and Jags.
Jets beat the Jags 23-20.
And the Jags look, again, like the most unpredictable, inconsistent team in the entire NFL. They have a great week, and then they go back to not doing good.
Are the Jets? Are the Jets 2-2?
Yeah.
What
Jets are
about,
third in their they're tied for second in the division with the Pats. Like no one expected them to win any games, so here they are, playing pretty solid. But again, the Jags. What's with the Jags? They're the main thing here. They amazing 44 points against the Ravens last week in London, and here Blake Bortles struggles again. He doesn't get a pick, but he throws under 150 yards. Like come on. You're the quarterback.
You can't do that in 4 quarters.
No,
no one expects that.
No.
That's literally stats for a half. People expect to throw 150 in before halftime even.
Most quarterbacks are looking to get at least 200-something yards, a minimum. 200 yards minimum, not 136. I think he had 136. Don't quote me on that, but it's still low. He had less than 150, so that's difficult. But the positive about the Jags, despite the losses, Leonard Fournette. 145.
I like him better than Kareem Hunt.
Ooh,
I do.
I think Kareem Hunt is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year and is a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
Leonard Fournette is the real deal. He is so slept on, and he's
I don't think he was slept on. He was
Hunt,
one of the most
Kareem Hunt has been slept on his whole career.
Kareem Hunt has been
Leonard
he's going to be so
Fournette
hyped, and then he's just going to fall off.
Leonard Fournette was one of the most hyped players in the draft, though. That's the thing.
I guess he's not being as talked about as
Why?
Kareem
Just because
Hunt.
he's in Jacksonville?
Yeah, probably.
Obviously, because of the fact that the Chiefs are 3-0 and they're in the spotlight.
And Kareem Hunt had, honestly, before this week, but most likely still after this week, Kareem Hunt has more rushing yards
than 26
the majority of
NFL
the
teams.
The teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's not including his catching either.
Don't get me wrong, Kareem Hunt he's good, but I feel like he's gonna fall off sooner rather than later.
I don't think so.
Sorry, Aaron, but
let's have to wait and see. Remember tonight there's a game that's going on right now. So
I got the Redskins winning.
Leonard Fournette.
You really think there'll be no more undefeated teams after this week?
I just want to see you struggle, honestly. And now you got the Cards and Niners, another game that no one really.
It was like a lackluster game.
Cares. But I mean, the Cards they win, but it's against the Niners. It's the Niners. They're like the new Browns of the NFL, technically.
I know,
and
it stinks because the Cardinals were really good.
They were
a threat.
They were,
in
but
the NFC.
Ever since.
But again, they lost David Johnson,
injury.
and Carson's getting old, and he's always been like a gunslinger. He gets a lot of picks. He makes a lot of mistakes, despite his veteran leadership and experience.
He threw for 357.
Yeah, he's gonna get.
He throws a lot.
He throws a lot, but he misses
gets
a lot,
of
and he also gets like he averages like 1 or 2 picks most likely. If he gets 2 picks, you're like, oh, that's just Carson Palmer. It's whatever. But again, it's like a lackluster game, and the Cardinals, they win, but they're just not a good scoring team this season. So like against any other team, well, any of the like an average team or a good team, I feel like they would have lost. Definitely. Eagles and Chargers. Aaron, what do you have to say about the Chargers?
It's very good for Chiefs fans, even though the Chargers are like 1-3. So it really,
They didn't win one. They're 0-4.
They're 0-4. They are.
They're 0-4.
Yeah, they don't serve a threat, so I'm not worried right now.
The Eagles beat the Chargers 26-24. Carson Wentz 242 yards and a touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, though.
Oh yeah, Carson said he's an angry man, and he went out there and he showed he's angry and hungry for.
Because compared to when he was in New England, he's irrelevant this year. He's like, well now, like give him the ball. He's what?
I like him. Even when he was the Patriots, I loved LeGarrette.
He's 250 pounds. You're not going to give him the ball? He's a workhorse. Like, jeez.
He rushed for 136 yards.
I'm glad to see LeGarrette Blount come and finally have a great game. I'm glad they gave him some touches because I love LeGarrette Blount. Even when he's on the Patriots, I love him. Like he's a great player, and I respect his game, and I love just plain out love him. I would love to have him on the Panthers if we could.
I feel bad for the Chargers though. They can't catch a break.
No, they have so much talent, and like
they do.
this ability to win games and possibly go far, but they
can't close out.
They can't close out. They're terrible at closing games, and they're terrible at just like finding themselves completely this season and last season in general. We just don't know. I mean, sooner or later, there's gonna have to be some changes there in LA for the Chargers. There's gonna have to be some changes at something, whether it be coaching staff or players, something.
What's wrong with the Giants?
I don't know.
The Bucks beat the Giants 25-23. Giants are starting off 0-4.
And the Giants were supposed to be predicted as a possible Super Bowl contender because they had Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall is what?
Beckham,
like less than 5 catches? I don't even know.
They have great receiving core. Everyone said it was like possibly one of the best receiving cores in the NFL around in the Giants. And they have a pretty good defense from last year. But now this year, it's not showing up. The offense is not showing up. Like, we don't know what's going on.
I think it's time for Eli to retire, in my opinion.
I think it's time for Eli to retire.
My boy Jameis Winston looked good.
Jameis, even though I don't like the Bucks, I like Jameis.
So do I.
I respect him because he's a good leader.
He's very young, also.
He's a good young leader.
That man is a beast.
He puts up yards and he puts up points. I remember that when he got in trouble for stealing crab legs and when he was fat. Now he's amazing. Now he's great. Now he's really great.
332 yards and 3 touchdowns. The man is a beast.
My question is though, again, Giants. Who's to blame for all this? Is it the offense? Is it the coaching staff? Is it the defense? What's going on? We don't know.
It's weird.
It's gonna be a weird thing to see, and like, will this affect Odell Beckham's decision to stay with the Giants, or?
I hope so.
You want him to stay?
Yeah.
You don't want him to.
I don't like Odell.
Don't say the Bills.
Where do you want to see him?
But where would you see him?
I don't care. I don't like Odell Beckham. I think he's no.
Well, you don't like him why? Because his personality.
He's overhyped.
Cocky. Yeah, he's overhyped. He's overrated.
I'd say he's a top 10 wide receiver though.
He is a top 10 wide receiver without a doubt.
You don't have to brag.
Yeah,
he brags so much. He's always in these commercials, like Head and Shoulders. I don't even know about
I mean, how else are you gonna make your money?
Yeah, but he's
a sports star.
I hate his stupid hair.
You hate his stupid hair. Oh man.
It's so annoying.
Oh my God! Now you got these little third-grade insults and negativities coming in. Anyways, next game: Broncos and Raiders. Big defensive game.
Yeah.
Broncos beating the Raiders 16-10. Derek Carr got hurt.
Oh man.
I love Derek Carr.
He's out 2 to 6 weeks with fracture in his back.
I love Derek Carr, so I
feel so bad for him.
I don't like to see. Like last week, I was like, dang, what's going on right now? I mean, that was a really bad game, and then this week, he gets injured. And
I guess the only good thing you could say for the Buffalo fans, I mean, it's not really good, but
EJ Manuel.
We get to see him for 6 weeks.
EJ Manuel.
You love EJ Manuel?
Yes, I loved him when he was in Buffalo.
He's horrible.
Like people hated on him
He's horrible.
so much, and he's not that bad. People hated him from the start.
What do you mean
and
he's not that bad?
Never gave him a chance.
He's horrible.
I hope Derek Carr is out.
He has
for
horrible
the rest
accuracy
of the
issues. He's just a horrible
so the Chiefs
leader
win the division.
I hope Derek Carr.
I hope Derek Carr's out for the season, so the Chiefs win the division.
I hope
That's
Derek
not gonna
Carr-
happen. I mean, they'll probably win the division, but he's not gonna be out for the season.
I hope Derek Carr is out for the rest of the season. I hope E.J. Manuel takes the Raiders to the Super Bowl. And I hope
What?
they win.
E.J.
And I
Manuel
hope
is
they
horrible.
win.
That's
So I would rub it in all Bills
I
fans'
wanna leave the
face
set.
and be like,
I want to
you
leave
could
the
have
set.
had him, but you didn't
I want to
want
leave.
him.
I can't hear this blasphemous and idiotic statement.
Now watch
that-
him become a beast in Oakland. He's
Oh
gonna
my
be.
God! Maybe in Madden. Maybe in Madden. He's horrible.
You guys are sleeping on E.J. Manuel.
He's horrible. Every Bills fan hated him because he's horrible.
Whoever's watching this, E.J. Manuel is going to lead the Raiders to the Super Bowl.
Another question though about Derek Carr. Like last year, he had that major injury. This year, he has another big injury. I'm worried that he could possibly be an injury-prone player, and that sucks because I like him. He's
Yeah,
an amazing
and people were
talent.
talking about how like coming into the season he was an MVP candidate, and this can like really affect.
This
like,
is gonna really affect him. He bounced back from that injury last year, but like, how's he gonna bounce back from this? And like, how's that gonna affect him mentally? Like his,
See, like
his
the
work
better
ethic.
part about his injury last year was that it came at the end of the season.
But but that was
now this is
that's
right
mid,
in the
not
mid.
towards the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Good thing if he was supposed to get injured. Like he's this injury prone. It's good that he's getting in at the start of the season, so he's back and healthy for playoffs.
I just hope he's not an injury prone player though. That's
I
my
hope
biggest
not.
hope because I love Derek Carr.
So do I. I really do.
And the next game, final game from the Sunday night games, Seahawks and Colts. Honestly, I just think, who cares? It's the Colts. Nothing impressive. But
big game for Seattle's defense.
oh yeah, 2 touchdowns.
For my fantasy too, I have Seattle's defense. 2 defensive touchdowns. Like, let's go.
Well, I bet you're happy. And then
Andrew Luck's supposed to return in November sometime.
Really?
Supposedly, like the earliest.
I still don't think the Colts are gonna be good. They're not
Obviously
gonna be.
not.
They're definitely not good.
They
They're gonna be
they
last
need
in their division.
They need a defense.
They do.
And they need an offense.
They just need everything.
They need a team.
They need E.J. Manuel.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh.
They do.
Yeah, so you can bring him down even more.
I don't know why you hate EJ.
People, you know,
This
who,
is horrible.
you know who also people, you know who also people are sleeping on? Jacoby Brissett.
I like him.
I like him. I think he's very
I
good.
think though, like the time he's had with the Patriots was good for him because like he's had that great team staff, coaching staff to help him develop. Even though he was there for
And
a
he had
short
Tom
time.
Brady as a mentor.
Yeah, he had a short time though, but he still had him as a mentor regardless. So he can always look back at him. He can possibly always give Tom Brady a call or something because even though they're not on the same team anymore, he's like I said, a mentor to him, to all those quarterbacks that were with him. At some point, he mentored them.
Yeah. Russell Wilson looked okay. He had almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Still not going to get that team to take their division. It's the Rams all day, baby. Rams are going to take that division. For that offense and that defense, that Rams team look crazy. But the Colts, they're going to be a bottom 5 team. They're going to get a top 5 draft pick, I'd say. Even with Andrew Luck coming back, they'll probably get a top 5 draft pick. It's whatever. It's the Colts. I mean, they're better than the Browns. Maybe arguably better. I mean, maybe subpar with the Jags because the Jags are better overall as a team on paper, but they're just, like I said, unpredictable. You don't know who's going to take. Oh, actually, no. The Texans are going to take that division. So what do you guys think, though, for Week 5?
For Week 5?
Whoa. We're not doing. What about the Monday Night Football?
Who cares about your Chiefs?
What do you mean? I think we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be the only. I think we're gonna be the only.
Right now, Washington's
undefeated
winning.
Team. They are.
They are 7-0. Right now, Kirk Cousins has 1 touchdown to Terrell Pryor.
Wow.
1 reception for Terrell Pryor for 44 yards.
Wow.
I knew Terrell was gonna be amazing. Terrell is even though
He is pretty good.
He's
I'm glad
good
I'm
for
glad he
switching.
switched to-
I can't. Yeah.
I gotta
Actually,
switch
his
to one
first
fact.
season with the Browns was amazing. I was like, ooh, 1,000 yards. That's
Fun fact about Terrell Pryor: he has the longest rushing touchdown by a QB.
Really?
93 yards when he was a quarterback.
What? I didn't even know that.
When the read option was still big.
Kareem Hunt, 1 carry for 2 yards. What's going on with him?
He sucks.
He has 1 carry. Listen, the thing that is very like unpredictable about this year compared to like the past years with the Chiefs is that the Chiefs are usually a 3-and-out team, which is like what to expect, but like that hasn't been the case this
Oh yeah,
year.
their offense has been high powered this year.
Yeah.
And that defense is looking pretty decent too.
Okay, we don't have that long to make our predictions, so we gotta go fast.
All right. Okay. First game, Patriots Buccaneers.
I'd say the Bucks take that. I hope the
I
Bucks
want the
win.
Patriots. I want the Patriots.
What do you want? What do you want the Patriots
Panthers
to win?
fan. Come on, Bucks.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Exactly.
But still.
Yeah, listen, Bills fan. You got your win.
That will be a
we
good
gave you a
If you
win.
ever root for the Patriots, you
That
have
would
no
be a very
soul.
good game.
I rooted for them when they played Atlanta. I'm a Panthers fan. I have to be salty and petty. Okay, Browns and Jets. Jets.
Wow.
I hope the
Browns.
Browns win.
Browns. Jets. We're gonna get their 3rd win in the season.
Jets.
Panthers and Lions.
SUCK.
Panthers and Lions?
I say Panthers. Obviously, I'm biased. Panthers.
Ooh. That could be a toss-up.
Toss up for you.
Yeah.
For
I
you.
think that's
Lions.
Yeah, of course you want to go against me just because I want the Patriots to win. Colts and Niners. Colts.
Yeah, I'll go with the Colts too. I
Tennessee-
hope they win.
And then you got Tennessee and the Dolphins. I say the Dolphins take this one because Marcus is out.
Yeah, probably. Dolphins are due for a win.
Bengals and Bills.
Bills, baby.
I
What
say
kind
the
of question is
Bills.
that?
I say the Bills because the defense.
Bills.
I say the Bills because they're defense.
I hope they're hot right now.
Yeah.
They can
They
beat the
are.
Bengals.
But again, it's the Bills. You never
gonna
know.
suck if they
The Bills
lose.
do good sometimes. They have like those nice couple weeks, and then they
Is it at home?
The Bills are at the Bengals.
Yeah.
And then Chargers and Giants. Oh God, this is a horrible game.
Yeah.
Giants.
Hopefully the Giants can win.
Giants.
I want to see the Chargers win just because I feel so bad.
0-5 for the Giants.
0-5. Jaguars and Steelers.
I say the Steelers bounce back and win.
I say Jaguars because it seems to be a pattern.
Yeah, like
great week, bad
lose a
week,
week,
great
win a
week,
week,
bad
lose a
week,
week.
great week. Like at that rate, they'll be 8-8, but still, I see the Jaguars somehow being that toss-up team, just being unpredictable and winning. Cardinals and Eagles. Definitely Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
And then you got the Seahawks, Rams.
Okay.
Rams, Raiders, Ravens.
Patrick's making us wrap it up, so we can't.
All right.
We can't finish our predictions, but when we come back, we're gonna break down the MLB postseason and the NHL. The season starting up, so you don't want to miss that. We'll be right back. We're gonna take a short break, so don't go anywhere.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
But you are exactly what I'm looking for. Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
I realized that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. It's got nothing to do with fairness. Bam. Your whole world changes in an instant. And you never see it coming. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Welcome back to the Sports Hour. After a good breakdown of the NFL, we got some MLB action. The postseason is going to start tomorrow as the Minnesota Twins take on the New York Yankees in the wild card matchup. The winner takes on the Cleveland Indians on Thursday in the ALDS series. Aaron, you know about Aaron Judge, about a good rookie campaign that he had. 51.
Monster. He's a monster. 6'7", like 270. Amazing.
51 home runs.
51 home runs.
Most by any rookie in MLB history. I mean, I don't watch baseball that much. I mean, I like baseball, and I used to play it a lot, but I just don't really watch it. But I do know of Aaron Judge, and I do know that this season was great for the Yankees because it's their first 90-win season since, 2011?
2011. Yeah.
2011, so they're looking amazing. And
Yeah,
I
they're
hope,
looking pretty good.
as a New York Yankees fan, and just a Yankees, like a New York person, I want them to see a title.
Yeah.
I want them to raise another
For
title.
them to go deep in the playoffs, I think the pitching
I hope.
rotation has to be like great.
But then again, they got to go against the Cleveland
Yeah.
Indians. And again, I don't know much about baseball, but I know last year the Cleveland Indians were amazing, and this year they almost.
They are looking really good
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
They might go to the series again.
This year, didn't they almost break like a league? Like
Yeah,
a
they did.
They did
8-0?
20.
They had
They almost did.
Yeah.
It was close to it, a couple games.
they broke the modern MLB history for most consecutive wins. They had 22 or 23.
22.
But I think the most is like not in the modern, but like in the past.
Yeah,
it's
like
30.
26.
Oh, 26,
Yeah.
27, something
Mhm.
like that. So, I mean, that's records right now. It doesn't matter. It's just we're seeing that they went on a 20-something game win streak is amazing.
Yeah, for
and they're looking like they can make the World Series again.
Do you know who's starting for the Yankees on the mound?
It's either Masahiro Tanaka or Luis Severino or Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
Any of them. I don't know exactly, but I know Irvin Santana is going to start for the Twins.
I think their best bet is to go with Severino. He's
Yeah.
young and he's a very powerful pitcher.
I think the Yankees can take this game.
Yeah.
I think,
You think they can go deep in the playoffs?
I don't know, they're going to have to face the Indians if they beat the Twins.
You think it'd be a good matchup?
I think it'll be a great series.
You think they'll lose though?
It's a best of 5, so I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up. With baseball, it's a weird game.
In any game, you never know though. 'Cause,
Exactly.
Like, remember, in any sport, like the Falcons blew a lead against the Patriots, the Warriors blew a lead against the Cavs, the Cleveland Indians blew a lead against the Dodgers.
There's a
Or the
difference.
Cubs, right? Sorry, the Cubs.
Cubs, yeah.
the
There's a
Cubs.
difference between like football and baseball. Baseball, you win some and then you lose some. But football, if you're good, you're gonna win.
Well, but the thing, it's still an unpredictable thing because, for like just an example, like
Yeah.
the Patriots almost had a perfect season, they lost to the Giants. But
Exactly.
like I
But they
said,
were
the
that
bet-
good, so they were gonna
Yeah,
win.
but like the main point is like any sport's unpredictable, so you never know. So like Cleveland, you never know.
Exactly. I would say baseball is the most unpredictable sport.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. For the National League, we got the Colorado Rockies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the wild card matchup, and the winner takes on the LA Dodgers, who.
I again don't watch
opinion,
baseball, but I know
So,
stories
like,
of the
Arenado.
Dodgers playing amazing this year.
The Dodgers are my pick to make it to the World Series as the NL. I got them winning the NL pennant, and Clayton Kershaw is a beast, and their rosters, their lineup's 9 deep. They all look good. They got a chance to win it this year.
I think the Rockies can win the wild card series matchup
Against the Diamondbacks?
It's only one game, so one and done.
Like if you had to pick 4 teams in the playoffs right now, who do you think could make 4 teams that could possibly just match up in the
World Series? Well, the Indians, I would think. You can't forget about the Cubs and the Nationals. They're taking on each other for the division series. That's going to be a great series, I think. And you don't know. The NL, I feel, is more stacked than the American League.
But that's like in every sport. Every sport has like a certain league or conference
that's just that much
more
better.
stacked. Like basketball, the West Conference, NFL. I'd say the NFC is more stacked, and like soccer, so many European, there's 4 or 5 major European leagues that are just stacked with 3 or 4 teams that take it every year. So it's just like any sport has a stacked league, top couple teams or division or conference division.
Yeah, but you never know. This year, I think every team that's in the playoffs for the MLB should be there. You know, it's really the best of the best.
Well
It's
deserved.
the cream of the crop, basically.
There's
no team that's
that got snubbed or
any team that was they're bad but they're lucky to be here.
No.
But,
they all deserve to be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great playoff. Playoff baseball is one of my favorite things to watch.
I'd say in this sport, in baseball, out of all the teams to go in the playoffs, every team has to be at least really solid or really good because it's not like basketball where in the Eastern Conference,
if you
really
go 500, you're in.
Really bad team, not even 500.
Exactly.
You go
it's
30 wins and 50 something losses, and you could still be in the playoffs. Yep. I don't know. It's just MLB is different, and
I know.
You gotta be really good or really solid at least solid.
The NHL begins their season on Wednesday. I know you don't know anything about.
I know. I don't know anything about hockey. I know that the Sabres struggle
I know nothing.
all the time. I know the Sabres, just like the Bills, have not been good. I know Jack Eichel is basically the young future star of the Sabres.
The Sabres are gonna be really good this year.
Don't they say this every year?
This year they rebuilt. And
how long have they been rebuilding?
They've been rebuilding for about 4 or 5 years. They had this young
They were a playoff
talent.
team a couple years ago.
Yeah, we made the playoffs. The last time we made the playoffs was 2011. So
that's not bad. At least it's not 18-year drought.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
and
Bills.
we have young talent. We have Jack Eichel. We have Rasmus Ristolainen. We have Sam Reinhart. I mean, we're gonna be good.
I remember towards the end of last season, though, I heard
Eichel's really good.
Yeah, but
he got hurt in the beginning of the season.
The thing I heard about him, because I have a lot of friends who love hockey too, back home in Buffalo. But they told me, I saw a thing when they shared, it said Jack Eichel was upset with how management and the staff is because they're not disciplined. They're not
At the end of the day, they listen to Jack Eichel because he's going to be our franchise player.
And you don't want him to leave.
Exactly.
Because then again, you're going to be in another 5, possibly to 10-year rebuild, and Buffalo's tired of rebuilding. I have friends and family who are tired of watching every sports team in Buffalo rebuild.
In my opinion, I expect Jack Eichel to get at least 90 points. I'd be extremely happy if he gets 100 points, but you never know. With bringing in Phil
Points
Housley.
includes goals and assists.
Yep.
Right? Okay, because I was 90 goals. Wow, that's a little. I was what?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I was wondering that too.
There's so many good teams, and bringing in Phil Housley, it's going to be. I think I'm excited for the Sabres this year, and I can't wait to talk about them this
you'll be the guy you'll be the star of this segment of the show.
I can't wait to talk about the Sabres. I hope they're
You'll
so
definitely
good.
be the star. We should get you just one right here because that's all you're going to be talking about because you were even saying, I'm so hyped to talk about hockey. I like playing hockey. I just don't care about watching it, honestly. I mean, I could get into it. It's not that bad.
No, it's so fun to watch. You just got to give it a chance. You got to give it a chance.
I'll give it a chance if it's maybe it's the team that's not from Buffalo. Maybe I'll go for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I mean, I think I'd rather watch hockey. I'd rather watch hockey than baseball, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, baseball drags.
Yeah.
As a person who played it a lot of my life, it just drags.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the Sports Hour. And next week, we're going to have a ton of content. We'll have NFL Week 5. We'll have a breakdown of the MLB postseason.
Basketball was close.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Every week's coming close to basketball. We're already in October, towards the middle of the end of the month. We'll be finally give you NBA coverage of each game.
So you guys don't want to miss that. We thank you guys for watching, and tune in next week.